In today's short analysis video, we will discuss on Johnson & Johnson's stock. My dear friends, this stock is currently on a verge of breakout from an important resistance level, and along with that there are multiple positive factors which has already been materialized, and it would allow us to capitalize an opportunity to buy this stock before a big upside move gets started. We can initiate buy position before an upside rally get trigger. My dear friends, if you'll make a closer look over here, this was in top where the stock had started the correction in the form of downward sloping parallel channel, and as long as the stock was trading under this downward sloping parallel channel, the stock got trigger with price wise correction, and there was in back to back lower lows. The first lower lows trigger over here, the first lower lows trigger here, and the second lower lows here, and the last lower lows here. But as soon as this downward sloping parallel channel got trigger on the upper side, first time its lower lows shifted to higher highs. And this is an point where we got a confirmation. This is an point where the game started to change. This is an point where we got a two major positive signal. The first positive signal is downward sloping parallel channel got trigger on the upper side, and the moment the downward sloping parallel channel got trigger on the upper side, that steep fall on the stock got immediate rejection. And the second one is lower lows shifted to higher highs. The second positive signal is lower lows shifted to higher highs, and whenever the lower lows get shifted to higher highs, we take that as a confirmation that stock has completed the correction, and now it's ready for an upside move. And my dear friends, now the third positive signal, if you'll put an MACD or RSI, you will find a positive diversion over here. If you'll see the lower lows, the last lower peaks is tilting on the downside or it's in flat. But if you see the MACD oscillation, it's tilting on the upper side, and this is an area where we got a breakout, and it's going to give the upside momentum. So even the diversion is also showing a positive diversion. And my dear friends, the last and the most important, the chart pattern. If you'll see over here, you will be able to identify there is a rounding bottom about to trigger. My dear friends, please make a note that stock haven't got any breakout yet, but it may get breakout very soon, because the stock is trading near to a neckline. The stock is trading near to an important resistance, which is neckline. Any movement it can break the neckline, and once this neckline get trigger, once this neckline, my dear friends, once this neckline get trigger, you'll be able to see a massive upside move. So you have to wait for a confirmation for a closing above this neckline. We have to wait for a close above the neckline. Neckline is the white line. This is a white line is a neckline. It's also an resistance too. So we have to wait for a green candle close above $194. Once we get a close above $194, this rounding bottom pattern get trigger, and there is a high probability after trigger stock will give you a upside move direction. The first target will be $198 after the breakout. Don't do any blind trade, my dear friends. Don't do any blind trade. Just go and don't buy the stock. You have to keep and watch on. You have to keep this stock under your watch list. You have to keep on monitoring. Once the neckline will get trigger, then only you will buy the position. Otherwise you have to wait for a confirmation. Don't do blind trading. Don't do any pre-assumption that stock will give the breakout. Sometime this neckline will act as a rejection, so you have to wait for a confirmation for the neckline to get trigger, and once it will get trigger, there will be a high probability that stock will give you an upside move of $198. That will be the first target, and the second target will be $200. And my dear friends, this is it for today's analysis, and if you really like my analysis, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more such videos. Thanks. Bye bye.